Right, so you're ready to make a zombie for the zombie contest. The first thing you want to do is find some parts. So maybe you want to search the internet for a scar, maybe for your zombie. So find whatever it is that you're looking for, and you'll save your pictures. Maybe a scar. I also found when you find your scar, this one's pretty gross. Blech. Right click on it and save your image. I made a folder on my desktop called Zombies. There it is. So I'm going to go ahead and save my scar. You could also I find that meat works really well. So, like a steak, a raw steak. A raw steak is better than a cooked steak. It gives you a great texture and look to the skin. So, here's a steak. I'm going to right click, save image, and save. Actually, I already had that one. And also, don't forget to find your celebrity. I'm going to do Billie Eilish. So, you'll find your picture, right click, and save your person. So, here is Billie Eilish. All right. After you have everything, you're going to go ahead into Photoshop. So search here. We haven't used Photoshop too much in class yet. So we're going to open up Photoshop. It'll take a minute, especially because it's the first time you've used it. Again, you're going to have to sign into this with your username from Google and use a personal ID. It'll just click through it and it'll be okay. So it doesn't prompt me to do that because I've used it before. So the first thing I'm going to do is open, and I'm going to find my zombie here. And zombies. Here is, I'm going to go with this one. Here's my Billie Eilish picture. It's a beautiful picture. And so what you're going to do, the first thing you would do is do a file. Let's see. Open as a smart object. And let's open our steak. I have zombie parts. I have them all labeled. Here's zombie parts. Um, when you have Photoshop opens things in tabs, just like Illustrator if you have multiple things. So you can click it, and drag it onto your photo. Close it. No. You can open it as a smart object or just click open, file open. Either one works. You stretch it, it gives you the handles, just like in Adobe Illustrator. If for whatever reason it doesn't give you the handles, make sure you're on your move tool. Make sure auto select is on and auto or show transform controls. There are two little check boxes. So if I turn that off, that makes the handles go away. Turn it back on. If I look over here, I'm going to right click on zombie parts and I can go to the word rasterize, which we've used before in Illustrator. A lot of the same terminology here. So you do have an eraser tool, but you have to rasterize it first in order to use the eraser tool. And again, you can use your brackets to make the eraser larger and smaller. This will erase it legitimately, just like that. There's also background eraser, kind of cool. It takes the whole background out. Should. Did I pick the wrong one? Oh, Magic Eraser. I'm sorry. Magic Eraser takes the whole background out, not Background Eraser. So there we go. I have erased my background. I could have painstakingly erased it too. And then we're going to use something that we use in, just like we use in Illustrator. You have your layers palette over here. For whatever reason you can't see it, you come down to Window Layers, just like Illustrator. And we're going to click on our zombie face and we're going to change it from normal. And you have all these different options and features. Ooh, there was one good one in there. So we're making her zombie looking with putting a big old raw steak on her face. And it's up to you which one you think looks best. I like soft light. Looks pretty good. You turn the opacity down on that layer too. So it says zombie parts 1 because that's what I labeled my steak. You could erase part of the steak if you want to erase it. Go back to my regular eraser. Just kind of clean that up. If your eraser is erasing too hard, you go up to the top left corner and your eraser size is up there. It says 175 for me. I can turn my hardness down. That makes it a soft eraser. So it's not going to give you that hard edge. It'll make it blend a little bit nicer into the rest of your person. There, she's already, look at that. Steak on face looking like a zombie. Okay. If I want to do her eyes, I Could go ahead and add a new layer. New layer, just like in Illustrator, Photoshop, they're the same next to the trash can. I can label my layer. I'm going to call this eyes so that I'm not getting confused. And I can go ahead to my paintbrush here and go ahead and click on my paint. And I'm going to zoom in with my magnifying glass. And I'm going to get a paint and I'm going to make the brackets smaller. And I'm just going to paint her eyes white. Okay. If that looks like it's too bright, you can always turn the opacity down or let's just turn the opacity down or change the color of the white so that it's not so like intense. Maybe I'm going to do that too. It's really white. A little bit more grayish. Actually, we'll go the other direction. We'll do a little bit of pinkish in there. There, that feels better. So Billy has lost her eyes. Okay, she's looking creepy now. She's got her eyes gone. And the next thing we would do is you can keep repeating those steps with the stake part. So file, I feel like there was place embedded. Let's try that. Place embedded, and we'll add a scar. Yeah, that works great. So file, place embedded, and again, maybe you don't have to rasterize it. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and, what did I like? Soft light worked really nice. Add some soft light, and I'm going to put that right on her neck. Ooh, that's looking creepy. Okay. I'm going to erase parts of that so that it looks a little bit more natural. Go into my eraser, make sure I'm on the right tool. I'm on Zombie Parts 2. I do have to rasterize it. Like I was questioning, open and embed, you do have to rasterize it. Where is rasterize? Rasterize layer. So in order to use it, I do have to rasterize it. And then I'm going to come over to the eraser. And my eraser, again, the hardness is turned down, so it's a soft edged eraser. Making her look pretty good. Yeah, go Billy. Okay, she's looking like a zombie. Looking like a zombie. The next thing I'm going to do is, she's too flesh colored for me, so I want to change that, make her a little bit more zombie, take some of the, more zombie-like. So I'm gonna double tap on the word background because that layer is locked, hit OK, and all that does is unlock it. I can actually change the name of it. So I'm gonna make it say Billy, and I'm gonna go ahead and I can go to image and down to adjustments, and then I have all these lovely adjustments, brightness and contrast. Let's check it out. All right, this changes the whole thing here. Ooh, I kind of like pumping up the contrast. I'm not trying to make it look better, right? Image adjustments, color balance. I can play with the colors of Billy here. Turning up the blues, making her look a little bit kind of taking some of that image adjustments. Hue and saturation's another one. This, I can pull the saturation down, making her a little bit more, less flesh toned, a little bit more deadly, zombie-ish. There, that was a good one. Good call. And then I still have, just because I'm doing that to that layer, it doesn't impact the stake layer or the other one. So there, she's got a scar, her eyes are gone, and I could repeat the scar thing and the stake thing. So let's do one more of those in case you missed that. I'm going to go ahead and file, open and embed was the best one. I'm sorry, place embedded. Place embedded. And some more stake. Here's a zombie part. Okay, and I liked that soft light. And I'm going to shrink that. For whatever reason, Photoshop is now the Alt key in order to shrink something. Where am I putting this? Not the Shift key. Does it go on our nose? Put steak on the nose. Our lips. Yeah, that works. And then I'm going to go ahead in and use that eraser again. Again, I can't erase it yet. It's giving me the no symbol. No symbol, come over to zombie parts, right click, rasterize. Now I can erase. You always got to pay attention to what layer you're on because it's going to yell at you and say you're on the wrong layer. Ah, there we go. You can also get wild here, and this is another idea. You could do this with the eyes as well, just like we have done the skin and everything else. You could get a paint color and legitimately just paint. So let's say do like a green. Make her lips green. And then while I'm painting and that looks stupid, here, if I turn that on and off, it doesn't look good. I can change it from normal to soft light, and now that's looking a little bit better. Making my paintbrush a little bit bigger. And now she's got some green fungi, something growing on her lips. She's a zombie. I don't know if you guys ever watch Zombies on the Disney Channel. It is a musical put on by Disney, and it's pretty good. There we go. So Billy has some green lips now. Um, Again, you can always turn eyeballs on and off if you're not liking something. And to do that green lips, I just painted. So if I flip this back to normal, it don't look good. It's icky. But because it's a blending mode, Illustrator is the same things. I can put it on multiply or soft light was the best. Soft light was what I was going for. So there's my Billie Eilish, and I would want to save it as a JPEG file. Save as, save on your computer. She's on my desktop for now, and drop down Photoshop, make it a JPEG, and have her ready to share in the folder. And then we're all set to go. So here's my Billy, zombie Billy. I'm able to then insert her into the slideshow and share her with the rest of the class. She looks good. Yeah. Um, but again, that's just kind of making her a zombie. This is really a fun, lighthearted assignment, just to be silly and also practice some of the tools that we've already been learning, but also using them in Photoshop. So just something different. It's not at all meant to be harmful or mean or malicious. So please keep it classy, keep it school appropriate. Again, we just use steak and some stitches, nothing too crazy. And that's all I got.